No,
wheels.
it ain't.
It's the wheels of
No,
steel, the
sir.
ones and twos.
Sir. Next time, let's go. Next time you go. Next time you go to an event, walk up.
No, I know it's plastic, but the steel the thing is,
They
you got
don't.
Lavish on the ones and
They
twos.
don't use the Pioneer steel turntables
The
no more.
1200 techniques.
It's an old school DJ that use that, but most DJs use a computer, a button.
I'm old school.
Okay. But your people that's listening don't. All right, listen, check this out. Can we go?
Yeah, no, we live. I ain't
finna play with you. Listen, check this out. You listening to the Lavish and Coco podcast, and of course we beefing because that's what we do. We not technically beefing. Let me not say that. I have to be very mindful of the words I release into the universe. So, what up, though? We owe lunchtime treat. I know last week I was under the weather, baby. Listen, the allergies tried to take me down. I was like, devil, you can't have me. You can't have me.
The devil tried to take you.
He tried to take me down with them allergies. I was like, I went to drinking tea and all of that stuff, and I always had a intense vitamin and mineral and supplement regimen. And I don't know why people think because I'm my size that I eat bad. I really don't eat bad, so I'm not a bad eater, but I woke up and my allergies was like, hello. Felt like I had a sock in my mouth. I ain't like that.
Oh, yeah.
No, okay. That's Lavish over there.
I'm just saying, yeah. Like a sock in your mouth. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean you couldn't talk?
Oh, I could talk. I could talk. So listen, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Lavish, listen. Yeah. So can I just say this? To you folks that call people and they say, hey, I'm finna do something, and you keep talking. Something wrong with y'all.
What you mean? What you mean?
So listen, Lavish just got a phone call about 8 minutes ago, right?
Man, how you airing out what I got? Go ahead, Coco. Let's hear this.
Listen,
your version.
Okay, so he got a phone call about 8 minutes ago. Now listen, when it's go time, he be moving and doing the cameras and all that stuff like that. And I be talking mess or whatever. The gentleman on the phone, Lavish had to repeat himself 5 times. Hey man, listen, I got a boom, boom. And I ain't go. The conversation was about vehicles. So Lavish telling him, nah, man, I got a boom, boom, because I got a such and such and such and such. The guy steadily trying to convince Lavish that what Lavish had on his vehicle would fit on his vehicle. Now listen, let me say this. I'm not like most women. I know enough about old school vehicles, motorcycles, and all that stuff like that because of how I was raised and what I was raised around. But if you call somebody and they be talking like they Russian or I'm on my way out the door, shut your duck mouth ass up and just get off the phone.
Good morning, Coco, to you.
Good afternoon.
Goodness gracious.
I want to be rude and say, hey, man, hey. Forget worried about what you're trying to get for this car. It's Easter weekend. You better go up and Greenville 7 Mile and get them cheering some Easter baskets and some of them shiny ass, slippery ass patent leather shoes and shit. I love my people, but right now,
ooh man.
And you know what? I'm learning to understand.
What's
I really
that?
understand why it's certain things that we really can't do because I really think sometimes if we had certain powers, we would do stuff and be inappropriate with the powers. And I just sometimes people just they don't listen to themselves. And they treat other people like they don't want to be treated. And that's disturbing that we become a society that don't listen. Example, the basketball. Let's talk about the basketball teams.
LSU.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna call a thing. So the white young lady makes this same gesture. Even her teammates have said it in previous discussions that she does the "you can't see me" with like the wrestler. The black girl does it. She tasteless, classless, ghetto, and all of those things. The other girl, whatever her name is, and I'm not being disrespectful, she does it and she's magnificent and it's cute and it's everything. Listen, people, I don't care what you think or feel. There is a difference between how certain groups or pockets or populations of people view black and brown people. Listen, they do. We could fight, we could argue, we could do whatever. There are certain groups of people that see us differently. I watched the Shannon Sharp interview, and Shannon Sharp checked the shit out of Skip. He said, "Hey man, listen."
I like Shannon too.
I love Shannon Sharp.
I like him.
I love Shannon. He was like, "Hey man, this ain't got nothing to do with you." Skip was like, "Okay." Skip always wants to interject himself. Skip, you are a white man with a bowl ass toupee on your head. And it's some things I don't care that you may feel or you may be empathetic, but you will never experience certain things firsthand. You just not gonna experience that. So Joe Biden's wife, wants to invite the teams to the White House. The black team say, LSU say, no. We want to hang out with Michelle Obama. I love that. Because they basically, and this is what I feel, that they want to get the teams to the White House. And it's like, oh, we got the black girls here and we got the white girls here, and we're going to take pictures and put hats on their heads and make it seem like a kumbaya moment. The black team like, no. We want to hang out with Michelle Obama. We want to hang out with some people that really understand our plight and our situation and what's going on. I just had to get that off my chest because we need to understand, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what kind of car, where you live. There are still people that see you for the color of your skin. And I don't care what you say. I've been a lot of places and seen a lot of stuff. And I've been in the room with gazillionaires and everything. And I've been places that I'm thankful to God that I was able to go and see. And folks still acted crazy because we were black and brown people and moving in a certain circle and had enough money to be in that circle. Real quick story. You listen to the Lavish and Coco podcast. Make sure you like it and share it and subscribe to it. Real quick story. And this has been some years ago. We were in New York. We were in Buffalo, New York, actually, and we were doing a comedy show. And before we got ready to go to the theater, we met in the lobby of the hotel in a little restaurant. And we was having drinks and talking and whatever. We had a little time to kill. And the guy who was managing the restaurant in the hotel, when he saw and the comedians that were on the show, heavy hitters. Some of the comedians that were on the show was also on the show at Little Caesars Arena this weekend. When he saw us, he started pulling the food up. Like they had wings and all that stuff out. And, you could get your little plate and all that. He started pulling the food out. So one of the comedians was like, well, what's going on? He was like, are you all guests at the hotel? So the manager that was over the tour was like, hell yeah, they guests at the hotel. Like basically, okay, so let me handle this or this. This so-and-so, such and such, da-da-da-da. Well, okay, I didn't know if they were guests at the hotel. So the manager was like, so you think you just got random people that walked into the hotel and just started eating? He was like, no, well, he said they're going to eat up all the food. Baby, let me tell you something.
Well, what was he supposed to do? Sit there?
He didn't want us eating the food. He said we were being rude to his wait staff. We was ordering drinks. He said we was being rude to his wait staff. He didn't want us ordering food. But when we got there, and Buffalo has changed since then. So if you're from Buffalo listening, don't email me, text me and all that, because you all know the tone and texture in Buffalo, New York, and I got to come there in about a couple months, so I know it was a little different. It kind of started when we pulled up, wanted to check into the hotel. The bellman was standing there, and we pulled up. It's about 4 carloads of us. We pulled up, and nobody wanted to move. So it was a young black guy standing there. I said, hey, sweetheart, you working? He said, yes, ma'am. I said, can you get our bags for us? He was like, yeah. So he went to getting carts, and he was hustling and getting everything. So we started giving the young man money. Then the other bellman the white bellman was like, "Hey, we can help him." I said, "You saw us punk up, yo, punk. I'm sorry, you saw us when we pulled up, and you didn't move. You stood at the bail stand. You didn't do nothing." So what I'm saying is, people still look at you and see the color of your skin. Will we ever get past that in this lifetime? I pray that we do.
Probably not, though, realistically.
Yeah, but I want, you know what? I didn't ever think that we would have a black president, right? And I used to hear my parents and my grandparents talk about a black president, and I never thought that would be so. Or a woman, and we have a female vice president. You don't think so, Lavish? You don't think we're gonna get past the color line?
I don't think so. I mean, I think we have gotten better, and when I say we, the world has gotten better at hiding.
Oh, that's good.
Hiding it.
That's good.
I don't think so, because even if we go back and we take away all of the older people that was around during the height of the civil rights movement, when the racial tension was at an all-time high.
Well, they can because I'm one of them people.
No, older than you.
Okay, so our parents, my parents.
Yeah, your parents. When we go back, you know, in that era, when we talking about being adult in the 60s, not just being born in the 60s, and back forward. Those individuals are slowly dying off today. Yeah. And you'll think with the times of the world and how it's changing that the racism will die off. But now you got a new breed of the younger generation that's out here that's just as racist
and ignorant
in a different era when you talk about some whites.
Yeah.
You know, there are some of them.
Why do we say it like when we say white, it hurt the whites? Like it hurt their feeling.
Well,
I know.
I try not to be the racial thing, but it's realistic.
Yeah, we black, they white.
And that's the facts.
Yeah.
They're following in their great grandfather's footsteps, their father's footsteps. They're looking at things and they're feeling like, hey, this is what's expected of us. And then they draw their own conclusion and want to be someone. But then we got the blacks that
feed into that.
You know, they feed into that. We also got some of the blacks that got they got their reasons on why they are the way that they are. Because black people, and I'm not just saying this part because I'm black, but we are like really so forgiving when it comes down to a lot of stuff. We forgive too easy. And we forgive a lot, and people don't realize that. But then at the same time, as we forgive and we try to forget, we go out in our communities, and let's just use policing. Mm-hmm. We go out here in our community, and we have white officers, not all, but some, that's not from our environment, and they leave a bad taste on the young black male's memory because they're attacking them in their own neighborhood. So now that forgiveness has turned into anger, hurt, pain, fear, and then it brings up more racial stuff because, hey, I'm in my own neighborhood, I'm in my own block, and you got this white guy that don't understand the black culture, don't understand us, targeting us because, hey, if we're in a group, we're stereotyped. Why are you jumping out the car bothering us? And that happens. Yeah. And I'm not saying every huddle is always clean, but you have those people that's not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's just like listen, let me tell you, as a tow truck driver, I'm everywhere. I can see and I can watch, and I have watched. I watched individuals pull up in the gas station. A group of black men, two individual black men. I done seen them get out the car, smiling, laughing, seeing someone that they knew, haven't seen in a while, and they embracing each other. They talking to each other. They kicking it with each other. And I'm sitting there. I'm in a tow truck. I might be at the light, across the street, and I'm looking because I'm trying to see if somebody might need a tow.
Right, absolutely.
that's why I'm looking. Yeah. But I've seen them individuals jump out, man, with good spirits, only to have one of them black police cars pull up in the parking lot, no reason at all, jump out on them.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's not like, and when I say I've seen it, it's not like these officers was doing some surveillance. They'll just go ride by. If they see some activity, they see some black dudes, they see some people, they automatically stereotype them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jump out. Now, that's going to leave a bad taste. Now, what does that do for a black guy? In his mind, man, these white people. I can't stand these white people. I can't stand these police. I can't stand this because we chilling, not bothering no one. It becomes an embarrassment. Now, a lot of these new cars got tents in the back window. You don't know if they got the little small kids in the back.
Yeah. They
jumping out. They seeing somebody they went to high school with, seeing their old neighbor. And you got somebody running up on them, put your hands up, doing this, got them all out. That's embarrassing.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that the way black and brown people deal with, I'm going to say black people, because there are brown people that don't deal with each other the way we deal. Do you think that black people teach other races how to deal with us by the way we treat each other, our conversation? Do you think we tell other races, I don't respect you, so you ain't got to respect you? So if I'm out or I'm somewhere or I say something real bad or negative about another black person, am I teaching, and I'm asking you this, and I'll answer later.
Okay.
Do you think we're teaching other people how to handle us?
I think, truthfully, I think that's a double-sided sword.
Okay.
And I say that because on one hand, I've seen white people embrace us.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen black people teach them how to deal with us, to understand us, understand our language, and they fit in. They understood. You get a black friend that has a white friend. He educates the white guy. Don't do that. Don't say that. This is what you say. This is our language.
It's like all the movies with the white guy and he got a black friend. Like, listen, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. So I feel like you have the black people that teach whites how to deal with us, how to handle us
in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, they over there. Don't worry. They're talking loud and aggressive, but they're just being competitive.
Yeah.
They're not.
But that's how we communicate.
That's normal to us. But
bring
outside,
your bald-headed black ass over here, boy.
Right. But on the outside, they don't know that until they get in.
But they have some of the same behavior. Here the tripped out part.
They do, but it's
when
different.
When they get together, they listen. Go to Warren, Michigan, and get a 6-pack of beer and take it to somebody's house. Look here, it's the same thing. Yeah, I said Warren.
Yeah,
Hazel Park, pick it. East Point, Roseville, anywhere now, because we everywhere. But they loud and aggressive too.
They are, but when it come to us, they have a misconception.
They do.
Of
yes,
problems and tension. And then on the flip side of it, on the other side of that coin, sometimes the way that blacks treat each other shows
that's exactly
them that if they treat each other like that, why do we got to treat them any different?
You can't do what we do.
But that's
I know that, and that's the part of it. Like, if I come to your house and I come visit you, and I'm a guest in your home, and this has been proven, if I'm a guest in your home and everybody in your house screaming and hollering, you motherfucker, fuck you, bitch. The first few times I see it, I'm just gonna kind of sit back because I ain't comfortable with it. But after the third, fourth time, I'm going to be right in that circle, cussing and carrying on and acting like that, because sometimes the environment you come into sets the tone and the texture and the temperature for what's going on.
You do.
So you train people how to deal with you and how to treat you. And then when we hear it from an outsider, we feel some kind of way. Like, I have an issue when I hear, I don't like to hear men call other men bitches.
I don't like that either.
I don't like to hear women call men bitches.
I definitely don't like that either.
Although I know some men that are. But,
I know a lot of them that are. But, literally, I know a lot of them.
And me being a comedian, I have used the bitch word on stage, but I don't even like to hear women as I get older. Women call other women bitches. But there are people that hear us say that to each other, and they like, oh, okay. Yeah, bitch. And I'm like, hold on. You can't. No. Because you hear him say, like, what? I mean, I heard you. I don't care what you heard me say. No. You don't get that. You don't get that pass.
We not doing that.
You don't get that pass. You don't get that pass. I think we train other people how to treat us. I think the level of ignorance that other races and other groups of people have about us is some of the craziest stuff in the world. But as I pay attention to social media, we getting crazy too. Like with this whole, it's 2023, y'all, and y'all still having a debate about how often to bathe or shower. Now, let me
hold on, Coco.
What?
Listen, where you get that from? Who having the debate on that?
It's all over social media, sir.
It's
Sir.
To bathe or to shower?
Sir, I'm a comedian, right?
All right.
And part of being
this is hilarious.
Part of being a good comedian
is keeping up.
Is research.
All right.
They still having a debate of, do you wash your legs and soap your legs in the shower? A lot of white people have said, why would you do that? The soap just run down from your body to your legs, and you ain't got to bend down and wash your legs and feet. Hey, y'all listening? Listen, you listen to the Lavish and Coco podcast. I need y'all to comment on this. So black people in the debate, they even had the debate on Fox 2. Black people in the debate was like, hell yeah, we bend down and soap your legs. Because that's how Big Ma taught us how to bathe and wash up. You soaping them legs, you rinse them legs off, and dry them when you get out the tub or shower. They're having that discussion. They're having a discussion on how often do you bathe or shower. It was a young lady who was a social media influencer. They interviewed her on Monday, and she said she probably won't take a bath or shower till Thursday. And on Thursday, she did another podcast, and she said, oh, yeah, it's Thursday. I'm going to take a shower today. She said she would rather sleep. I can't make this up. She said she would rather sleep than take a bath or a shower. You's a funky wolf to me, right? I'm going somewhere.
All right.
The next discussion is, it was a group of Caucasian women. They were arguing about, do you wash your hands? And these women, in the name of Jesus, said that they don't wash their hands. They said, one lady said, I stopped washing my hands in college. I mean, my roommate didn't do it and I didn't do it. And one lady said, well, if I take a dump, I'll wash them. I said, you nasty man. You's a nasty man.
She said she take a dump.
If she take a dump, she wash her hands. But we don't understand that our cultural ways and mores and how we do stuff, it's a lot of people think we crazy for bathing or showering every day because they don't do it. One young lady said she only take a bath or shower once a week, and depending on how heavy her cycle is, she may or may not take a shower. Hold on. I can't make this. Listen. One man was on there and his girlfriend.
Oh, man.
Listen,
This is hilarious.
It's hilarious because they nasty. Not all of them, but people nasty. I say people. One guy was in the shower and his girlfriend came in and she taping this because we tape everything. She said, did you wash up? He's like, yeah. She said, what did you use? So she started picking up this different soaps and stuff in the bathroom. The bar soap was dry as cocaine. He hadn't touched the bar soap. The body washes hadn't been used. You know what this grown viper said?
What was
he said he used water. Now, damn it to hell. How much force? You got to damn near be standing under a waterfall to have enough force where you ain't got to put no soap on your body to clean it. He took a whole shower and washed his hair and everything and ain't used no soap. Then, newsflash, they don't use wash rags. Whole conversation. Please, next time I'm gonna send it to you. They don't use wash rags. They use a bar. They use their fucking hand. Listen, you see this? They use this, soap it, and go down through there. Or they use a bar of soap. Now listen. I know soap cleans you, but if you use a bar of soap against your naked ass and you got hair from your joint and under your arms in it, and then you put it back up there and that bar of soap looking like a cactus with body hair sticking up out of it like this, I'm now supposed to come in the bathroom behind you, pick this cactus bar of soap with your hair sticking up in it, and put my wash rag on it and wash myself with it.
Maybe they. I have no. Hey, listen, I can't even comment on that, man.
Listen, I'm telling you what I know. Listen, I'm telling you what I know.
Because me, I done had. Listen, my grandmother used to get so mad at me because within a day, I might take 3 showers.
Okay.
I might take 3 showers.
Maybe you're a heavy sweater.
I just don't like to be sticky.
Okay, I get it. Well, they don't care. and it then trickled over, and now I see a lot of us who ain't never washed their ass properly. I'm hearing everybody tell their business. The girl Glorilla, y'all know Glorilla. Y'all know Glorilla. Glorilla said that she wear black underwear because sometimes your booty don't be real clean. Now listen here. Let me tell y'all something. I've been a big person all my life.
All your life.
All my life I've been a big person. And I done went down through there. Listen, I done been on general assistance, ADC, public assistance. I lived in a spot and they had to fumigate it. I had them many roaches and mice, whatever. You ain't never smelled my ass. I don't care if I had to use a Tide Pod or dish detergent, the old pink one that you got to take the knife and cut the tip off. And this girl who weighs 17 pounds, I could take my bra and make her a whole outfit, said that sometimes your booty don't be clean and you got to wear black drawers. Ma'am, my ass is wide as a fucking Chevy. And I soapy that rag and go down through there and clean it. What? Are y'all lazy? What? I'm disturbed.
I'm disturbed too, man, because I hate to meet one of these women and you out and about and you think you about to do something, man. And it ain't clean and you see some stains in them underwear, man, that ain't gonna be too cool.
Well, let's talk about that, please. Let's talk about that.
What we talking about?
A young man said, y'all, we talking about, you listen to Lavish and Coco, and we need y'all to tap in, because sidebar. If you work at a company or business or whatever, I've seen this. I've come out the stall in the bathroom on one of my many jobs. I go straight to the sink and I soapy my hands like I'm finna do surgery. And one of my constituents come out the stall. She stop at the mirror and fix her lipstick, tousle her hair, and walk out. I clear my throat real hard like, What's wrong, Coco? So you ain't gonna wash your hands, huh? So you finna go from here over to the coffee pot, make you a cup of coffee, go to the community donuts, get you a donut, and you ain't wash your hands. Cause to them, if the tissue touch their hoo-ha, if their hand touch the tissue and the tissue touch their hoo-ha, you ain't gotta wash your hands because your hand didn't directly come in contact with your hoo-ha. So, it's too much. But let me tell you what this young man said.
What this young man
said he was sleeping with a girl. He was, and he said he was throwing them back shots, giving her them back shots. I know y'all know what the back shots are.
I don't know what
hitting it from the back.
You gotta say it for me because I don't know. Okay. Back shots, hitting it from the back.
He was hitting it from the back.
Smacking that.
Yeah. What? And he said, this is what this brother said. He said he started to smell something.
Started to smell that ass, huh?
Yes. And his boy,
his boy was there too?
No, his boy said, "Hey, man, what you do?" He said, "Man, I just leaned back so I couldn't smell it and kept going."
I mean, he was in, I guess he was, listen, Coco,
I don't give a damn.
He was in the motion.
And so
probably was like, man, let me hurry up and get this one off, but I gotta,
and you wondering why
I'm just saying.
these folks got different STDs and STIs and all that stuff like that. I understand. I understand. God, if you coming, I'm ready.
Well, you know, me personally, I'm a clean guy, right?
Well, for you,
so to think about with me, and anybody that knows me, they can personally vouch for me. We gotta take a shower.
I understand.
I gotta be clean.
It depends. It depends. So if I'm already there and you come to me, I should have already been showered.
You should already, because you already know. Or you don't know what might happen, but the possibility that it might happen, you should be prepared.
Yeah. Now, if we come in and we've been out on the town, click clacking and boom backing, and you know my booty's a little sweaty because I'm going through menopause and all that. Yeah, we gonna run through the shower. We gonna do something. We gonna do something.
Didi said, "Have I done that with the odor with the guy?"
Yes, with the
No, to answer your question, no. That's that would probably gross me out. I have to have you take a shower, and most people out of courting and dating and interacting with conversation, they know this because I stated about myself. And I got to be fresh. Put it like this, Coco. In the summertime, when I'm on my motorcycle, if I know something might happen, I ain't even riding that hard.
Okay.
Because I ain't trying to get sweaty down there from that motorcycle.
You doing 30 to 45.
Yeah. I'm making sure I got a breeze coming through the pants leg.
Oh, you smooth. You got the leg kicked up on the
I got the leg kicked.
Okay.
Air circulate through here. I'm not doing too much motion.
Wow.
Because I can't perspire down there. I got to be... fresh.
Didi, let me tell you what happened to me one time. Because it happened to women too. So let me tell you. It was this guy, and oh my goodness, Didi, baby, listen. Ooh, that Michael Jackson song, you know, you rock my world. Listen, baby, listen to me. I was ready. I was ready. I lived off Dexter and the Boulevard, and one thing that I regret now was after my auntie passed, she had this beautiful 2-family flat on the corner, and she had them big cast iron tubs with the feet. And I wish that I had a conversation with her, and this goes back to what we talked about insurance, because I would have got that cast iron tub. Anyway, so dude was coming over to the house. I was ready. I was about it. I had took the bath. Ladies, you know how you take the bath, and you got one foot up on the wall and the other one on the side of the tub, and you done went down through there. I'm talking about, you done walked, listen, you done foamed it up so it looked like a dog with rabies. You hear me? I got out, had the music, had changed the linen on the bed, had put a little of that oil that you get on the 4 corners of the bed and all of that. Listen, old boy got to my house, and I opened the door. He came upstairs. I had the little drink and stuff because I always been a little bougie. Had the little, I always been a little bougie. Had the little wine. I was doing the little charcuterie before it was. Had the little crackers and stuff. Let me tell you something. He said, "Can I get comfortable?" I said, "Sure, no problem." Because listen, I was ready.
You was ready.
What? I was gonna let him blow my back out.
Whoa! That's what I'm talking about,
sir. Let me tell you something. This grown ass man. I'm thinking he ain't gonna have an underwear because he has some dress slacks. He took his dress slacks off and he had some hoop shorts on. And I'm like, why you a grown ass man? And this was like late 90s. Why you a grown ass man with hoop shorts on? But I'm sitting on my bed chilling. And I said, here I go. You just come from home? Yeah, I just left the crib and came straight to you. So I'm thinking he clean, right?
Yeah. As he should have been.
He said, "Can I use your restroom?" I said, "Yeah." Now, you know, I always kept towels, soap, everything. You come to my house, you thought it was a display. Sir. He walked past me going into the bathroom, and I smelled a little something. I said, "No, No, you tripping. No, that ain't what you smell, right?
Yeah.
I did like this. I got a nose like a German Shepherd. I like, no, So he came back out the bathroom and I'm sitting on the bed and he came and you know how somebody's sitting on the bed and you kind of push their shoulders down and start kissing them or whatever. Let me tell you something. He smelled like hot ass.
Oh man.
Hot booty crack ass meat with hot sauce on it. And wait, he wasn't a small guy, kind of built guy. He pushing me down, and I'm using all my weight to push back up. So he pushing me like this, and I'm like, I'm pushing back up. He was like, what? You ain't comfortable? I said, listen.
What you say?
I said, sit right here for a minute. I said, sit right here. I did like this. And I'm sitting there, and I'm mad because I had 1,003 account sheets on my bed, and I'm doing like this. And he smelled like open ass. I said, listen, I said, you might have to go in there and do something with some water, whatever. He said, what? I said, you don't smell yourself?
You had to tell a grown man that.
Grown.
That's crazy.
I said, you don't smell yourself? He's like, no, not really. I said, listen, I said, you know what? This might not be what we need to do right now. He said, what you saying? I said, I don't know, because I really like you.
You done turned me off with that odor.
And I said, it's something don't smell right. He was like, and he started smelling up on his arm. I said, it's not under your arm. Nigga, it ain't under your arm. It's in your ass.
You ain't tell him that, did you?
What?
What?
He said, what'd you say? I said, you got on hoop shorts under dress pants. And he said, I've been coaching all day. I said, wait, whoa.
Oh, you ain't go home and shower?
But he said, that's why I asked him, where did you come from? He said, he came straight from home. I said, listen. He said, you tripping? I said, maybe I am. So I said, well, listen, let's just put a pin in this and we can revisit this later on. So he got up abruptly and shit like he was mad, snatched a little weed off the tray and everything and put his pants on. And I walked him down to the door. He got in his ride and pulled off our skirt.
Oh, he was mad.
So he pulled off, and then about 15 minutes later, he called me. Hey, I apologize. I said, for what? He said, I did. You know, I wasn't that clean. I said, you were not. He said, well, you ain't got to agree with me. I said, but you smell like ass. You did. I mean, listen. You know what he said?
What'd he say?
Hey, y'all listening? You listening to Coco, the Lavish and Coco podcast. This ninja said, can I come back? I said, what? Because I lived on the street called Northwestern. It's right near the boulevard.
Yeah,
Northwestern.
I know exactly.
And he lived like on Richton and Cortland off of Dexter. He said, can I come back? I said, absolutely not. He said, why? I said, I done took all that lace and that lingerie and all that off. I done wiped this red whole lipstick off my lips. I done smoked the weed, ate the cheese, drunk the wine. I said, no, we had to do this some other time.
You done messed that up for today.
He done messed that up for period. and the crazy part, though, he was one of them, I can't even mention what fraternity he was in, but listen, I saw him years later at a fundraiser. He done got married and everything. And the sister he was married to, you know, she came up to me like she had a prize. She's like, yeah, because, you know, black women do that thing. I think you know my husband. I said, who your husband? So, well, back in the day, you used to call him. I said, oh, okay, yeah. I said, yeah, that's my guy. We cool or whatever. Well, he my husband now. I said, okay. I was almost going to say, did he wash his ass? Because when I saw him at this fundraiser, he walked up to me. He didn't smell 100% clean. He smelled like he had a little sour. You know how babies used to sour? Listen.
Coco, it wasn't a mental thing, was it, from the first time, was it?
Yeah, well, listen, it was a trigger. They call it triggers, not. But you know how babies, so y'all know how babies drink their milk and then sometimes it roll under their neck and they sweat and their little neck be sour. It be smell like buttermilk. When I saw him at the thing and he got close to me, I smelled the hint of buttermilk. Maybe it was a trigger. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm so glad that we never did anything because his frat brothers knew that I was dating him. So when I would see them, and I still see them out, they be looking at me. I be like, bring that shit up if you want to. I'm going to tell y'all, he smelled like, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had a whole flashback.
I mean, I could tell. I could tell.
His booty stumped though.
Well, Coco, let me tell you this.
Listen, first of all, women, if I don't, and I done had surgery 3 times, right? I've had oral surgery and all that stuff, but I've had 3 major surgeries, like major surgeries. And I have come from under the anesthesia and the nurse there and my family there and the doctor talking to me or whatever. You know what the first thing I want to do?
What you want to do?
And I know that I used to be a nurse. You can't just jump up out of that and go get in the shower. I'm like, hey, it was like, you okay? I'm like, listen, can I take a shower? They're like, Miss Walton, I know what I just had done, but I just want to get in the shower. And my friends that know me know that I can't get in the shower. Listen, we get wash basins and put them on the floor, and I literally stand up and wash up because I don't know. And I think it's a trigger for me being a bigger person all my life and hearing the stereotype that big people stink.
Yeah.
So it's always been a stereotype. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to let you talk. It's an R&B artist. Lord, so many stories. An R&B artist, very popular. Matter of fact, so he was in town and we was doing some radio stuff. So it was myself and it was a young lady that was our intern. And he hugged us and he was dating somebody. Okay, I'm gonna just leave that there. He hugged us, he hugged me, and then he hugged her. And then we went ahead and did the interview. And then we went out to LA and he was performing at the House of Blues. And he knew he was in LA and he invited us to go to the show and la da 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 da. But he told one of our other friends that when he grew up in his neighborhood, all the big people that were around him stank. And he said when he smelled us and hugged us, we smelled so good. That's why he kept, and I thought he was tripping because he said, can I get a hug? Can I get another hug? And I said, was he a closet chubby chaser? What's going on? But he said, we smell so good. And my girlfriend, who was a very small woman, she laughed. I said, that ain't cute. That he was around fat, funky people and he think all fat people was funky. Man, listen, every time I see him, I be looking at him. He be like, I know. I'll be like, she told me. Don't come down there. Okay, listen. I can't say that because y'all don't know who he is. So anyway, keep going.
No, I'm saying when it come down to hygiene and intimacy and all of that other stuff. Me, I want to speak on me as a guy. No matter
is she, Lavish? What is she bad though? She a hottie body.
No, because let me tell you. Let me tell you how certain guys are.
Okay.
Because most guys that hang out with their boys, we almost have some of the same traits.
Yeah, women too.
Habits and stuff like that. So for me, let me just hypothetically say, and I know women do their own strange things as well.
Okay.
If I'm not at home and I'm out and about, hypothetically say I'm 10 minutes away from this girl's house. I'm 10 minutes away.
You gonna swing by the house and take a shit?
No. But I'm 20 minutes away from my house.
Okay.
Or one of my friends' house.
Okay.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, dang, I'm already on some. So you want me to come by? I'm setting up the tone like, but I know for a fact I'm only 10 minutes away. But I'm like, I'm already coming, like, man, I got to spin it.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm about, I need about 30 minutes because I got to finish. I got to wrap up what I'm doing.
Stop.
And then I can swing over there or whatnot. Just give me a second to do, this, whatever this is.
Yeah, whatever this is. Yeah.
I need a second.
Yeah.
I know I'm 10 minutes away, but she don't know that. But
right.
I got to go swing. Right. So what to do with, hold on. Hey,
Hey man, you home?
hey, your girl at the crib. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, I need to run by there real quick. I need to hop in the shower. Let me use your shower real quick. That's if dude ain't around, your homeboy, if he ain't there, you like, all right, cool. Let me go shoot to the crib.
Right.
Now you going to the crib. Now you rushing. This behind the scenes.
Right.
You sitting there, you rushing, like, oh, let me go run up here, turn the shower water on, let me get what I'm about to wear.
Right.
You freshening yourself
you
up.
You definitely got to hit that this and that.
Yeah, you got, you know what I'm saying? You all up in there, lotion up,
right,
all that.
Right.
Freshen it up.
Right.
So, but you smooth now, right?
Right.
Now you go back to, get your blood rate, get your blood pressure back down.
Calm your heart down. Absolutely.
Yeah.
See?
So you sit back like, yeah, so I just got done doing what I'm doing. I'm about to swing your way.
Yeah.
It's because you on some,
right.
You don't know what's going to happen.
You ready for the move now.
But you know for a fact if something happens, you fresh and clean.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm about to swing over there, man. I just got to, doing what I'm doing, and I should be there in about 15 minutes.
And you know what's funny? You say that, but there are a lot of men who do that same thing.
I know
because there are women that do the same thing. Because listen, if it's a cat that I like and we talking and we chit-chatting on the phone, and I may be over one of my girls' house and we done barbecued or whatever. And I'm like, so what you doing? Oh man, I'm finna, especially if he got like a old school and it's hot outside, he got a convertible. He be like, you want to go for a ride? I be like, yeah, I ain't got nothing to do. He be like, okay, well, I may shoot up to Cleveland or whatever. I be like, okay. I do the same thing. Listen,
no, you
but I keep an extra pair of panties, a washcloth, and all of that. So if I'm at my girl house, I'll be like, okay, listen, I smell like straight up barbecue. So let me, depending, I may have a whole new outfit. But if I ain't got a whole change of clothes and I got a little cheap sundress on, I'll be like, listen, throw this in the washer and the dryer for me. And I do the whole fresh up. And she already know. She be like, yeah, girl, go on do that. Or I'll shoot home, same 30 minutes. I'll be like, listen. He be like, where you stay? I say, I live, right off of so-and-so and so-and-so. I'll be like, give me 30 minutes. I'm going to call you when I get in. And I'm running in. Because if it's sundress season, I don't like to wear panties with my sundress, right? So I done went home, put on a fresh bra, then cleaned up under the boobs, and dried them off so they won't be slick. And I done went down through there, all my legs and everything. Because when I'm riding in the ride, he got the top down.
Yeah.
I got my foot up. I don't want no signs of cat or fish to hit when that wind whoosh up. Because that wind go whoosh.
Oh, you definitely can smell it.
Absolutely.
You definitely can.
So we do the same thing. You listen, y'all listen to the Lavish and Coco podcast. Make sure y'all like us and shares or whatever. And tomorrow, Wednesday, you got to check out Just Our Opinion podcast with Robin and the crew, Robin, Ty, and Mike. Y'all got to check them out. Yes, we cross-promoting another podcast because that's what we do. We can't make all the money.
That's right.
We gotta split some of this money up. So we just ain't gonna be millionaires by ourselves doing the you can't see me sign like this, like the girls from LSU giving them girls a hard time. I do think we train people how to treat us. We train people how to love us. White people, and I'm not prejudiced. I am not prejudiced. It's just certain things that, especially being a comedian, because I do know white comedians that use the N-word. And it make my booty cheeks tight because I really don't use the N-word a lot on stage. I used to at one point I did, but I don't use the N-word a lot. It's just stuff that I think you grow and go away from. Oh, okay. So Saturday night, I had the pleasure of hanging out with some of my comedic greats. I did not make it to the concert, and I had VIP carte blanche, whatever I wanted for the comedy show, straight up, no chaser. But shout out to Mike Epps, who is opening up an amazing comedy club with the assistance of Reverend Sheffield and some more Shakers and Move in Detroit. It's going to be called One Mic Detroit. It's at the old Punch Bowl Social. Forget what it used to be. It's a beautiful spot opening up now. So they did an afterglow, and it was very private, very intimate. I saw a lot of people that I hadn't seen, but these people only come out for these events. So shout out to D.L. Hughley and his emotional support dog. That is a beautiful dog. And Cedric the Entertainer and Earthquake and my man Henry Welch and Mike Epps and DC Youngfly for coming to Detroit and putting it down, making people laugh or whatever. And Lavish, I want to say this because I get people all the time to say, well, why ain't you on the road? And why not? Why aren't you doing a tour? And you just as funny, or you this or you that. I've been doing comedy 32 years. I celebrated 32 years last night at Baker's Keyboard Lounge. And I'm going to continue to celebrate for the entire month of April. My goal was to do 32 shows. So if you got a real comedy show and you got some stuff on the flow, I want to do 32 shows for the month of April. Touch 32 stages or whatever. But I have to say this. I don't feel like I missed out on anything, not being on tour, not being on the road. I did the tour. I did the whole road thing. And I got some things going on. So I'm not a stranger to the road, and I do plan on getting out there and doing some other stuff. But I do other things. I got a nonprofit. I got an LLC. So there are other things I do in the community. But I don't miss that. I did radio for a number amount of years. And to be somebody in Detroit that was from Detroit, it's a lot of radio personalities that were not from here that were on the airwaves. I was from here, and I did a long time. I was on the radio from 96, literally to 2019, and I am from Detroit. This is my city. You didn't have to give me a tour. You didn't have to introduce me to the city. I knew what was going on in the city. I knew the ins and outs and all of that. I thank God for that, and I thank God for 32 years in my comedy career. And when people are not doing something, and you asking them, well, why you ain't doing that? You just as funny as so-and-so. Well, I tell you what, because some of y'all got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Y'all still got money like that, bending corners. Come to me and say, hey, Coco, listen, I got 50,000, I got 100,000. I think you funny. Let me help you put a tour together, and we could get out there and do it. If that's not your narrative, or you don't know how to navigate through that, to ask somebody, well, why you ain't doing that no more? Or why you, because sometimes you step away. I'm not offended. It don't bother me at all, because I've been blessed, so it don't bother me. But if you got the connects and you got the plug and you want to put it together, or you think I should be doing the tour or whatever, and I'm moving too slow, holla at me.
Holla at you.
Holla at me. Holla at me. Y'all want to get Lavish a new tow truck? Holla at me. Another one. He got 2 or 3. He need 4 or 5. Go
I do. I need some of them customers to call Lavish Towing. Y'all make sure y'all call Lavish Towing for your towing
They
needs.
finna call you.
They about to be speeding, crashing, drinking, partying, swerving. I need your business. Support me.
And with that being said, I do want to offer some prayers and love and hugs, because the last couple weeks, in terms of racing and spinning out and all of that, it's been real serious. And I know everybody got something. It was a crash in Pontiac, and it involved a Nissan. I think it was an Altima or something, a Focus, and another car. Come on, you ain't. It's some cars that when you say you racing them, stop. And on the street with buildings on both sides, and it been raining, and you not paying attention, because it was a driver that was doing donuts or whatever, burnouts. And these 2 cars decided to race, and they hit the car twice. People, pay attention to what's going on.
Did you hear about that police chase over on the east side? It was a police chase. I vaguely remember all the details, but anyway, it was a high-speed police chase. They hit a parked semi-truck and died. Parked semi-truck died from a police chase. Wow. Figure that. Your parents got to bury a son that made the news from running from the police and then didn't get away but ended up killing himself.
And listen, and here's the thing. After they get up to a certain speed, they call the chase off anyway. But a lot of people ain't thinking in that vein. So you still doing 80, 85, 100 miles an hour. It's hard to control that vehicle. I've driven vehicles that fast under supervision. Let me say that. because I got folks in my family that race cars for real, for real. Have I done it up Gratiot or Jefferson? No, but I've driven a vehicle that fast. And even with supervision and even under certain circumstances, that's a lot of power to have under you, and you trying to bend a corner or take a turn or whatever.
Sean, that wasn't a while ago. That just happened this past weekend. You must be talking about another one. Tony Lewis said it was on Gunston. I know it was on the east side. It happened just over the weekend.
Wow.
Just within the last 7 days. The dude crashed right into the parked semi truck. What a way for that trucker to go get ready to start this morning.
Right.
And he's going up to his truck and it's taped off. He
Yeah.
can't even make no money because, you know, it's a fatal. It's a fatal accident.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty
we got to do better. We got to do better overall. We got to do better in our communication. To the people that's in law enforcement and all that stuff like that, we got to do better. Shout out to the Detroit Fire Department. Somebody very close to me lost 2 family members.
That's extra dumb.
What?
Yeah, about them kids, you know, them whoever was running from the police crashing.
But people don't think about that.
They think they can get away. And don't get away.
They don't get away. To somebody that I know lost 2 family members in a fire due to I think it was smoke inhalation. So shout out to the Detroit Fire Department and chief and everybody for everything that we do. And trust me, we do not take y'all for granted. We don't take first responders for granted. A paramedic just lost his life over the weekend, stopping to help somebody on 75 in Kniff. People, be kind. If you see an emergency vehicle or you see somebody pulled over or trying to pull over, slow your punk ass down.
Look, that don't make no sense. Listen.
Put your phone down.
It don't matter. They not going to do it. Look, Michigan got to move over law, right?
They do.
I'm a tow truck driver. I am on the freeways all the time. Sometimes I got MSP out there with me.
Right. And whatever other police agency, local agency.
They got their lights on. I got my lights on. And you still have the cars in the right lane instead of getting over.
Yeah.
So it's if the police can be on the freeway and cars don't move over.
A state trooper just got hit on somebody wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
We got to do better.
You know, so man, that's unfortunate.
We got to do better. Like us, share us, follow, subscribe to us. Check us out. Check out what we doing. We in the streets with it.
We in the streets with it. There go Robin checking in.
Hey, Robin. Robin, I love you. So it's some things that's going on in terms of women in black media and entertainment and stuff like that. And we gonna need the city to come out and support what we're doing. If everything goes well, it should be a big event in the city. I believe it's August, but it's surrounding beautiful black women that are in radio, TV, media, the record industry, and all of those things. So for me, support looks like following and liking and sharing. Support looks like showing up. Support looks like, even if you just say, hey, Coco, what up? That's what support looks like. So, with everything that's going on in terms of media and radio, whatever, because it's a whole different world when you're a woman, and especially a black woman in this industry. And there are so many stories that you'll never hear. You know, you'll never hear from Rhonda Walker or Carmen Harlan and Doris Biscoe and all of those amazing people. You'll never hear those stories, but they have happened. And in those positions and all of those things like that, we just need y'all support, and we need y'all love to support us from the beginning, from the marketing standpoint, from the PR standpoint, or whatever. So when it goes public and what we doing goes public or whatever, we want y'all to support. That's all.
Ginger Hudson for Highland Park mayor. Let's go.
No.
Speak it into existence.
No, my girl Glenda McDonald is the mayor of Highland Park, and I would do any and everything to help and assist her. But I was gonna run for mayor of Highland Park. It's been a few years ago. I was gonna run. I would have had to move back to the city for 2 years and all of that. And then I was gonna run for school board for Detroit. But if you look that up, it says that I lost. I didn't lose because my job, I was in radio, said if I decided to run, I would have to be off the air for 90 days. So I didn't lose. I just didn't go forward with the election process. So it says that I lost, but I didn't lose because I couldn't do it because I would have had to be off radio for 90 days. So anyway, I love y'all. I'm out here in these streets for a minute. I'm going to spend another 20 minutes outside. Then I'm going and get in the bed.
Going to get in the bed early.
I don't always be in the bed. I just tell people I'm in the bed. I be,
So you be lying to me then, Coco?
No, I may be on the bed. I may be
lying
on the floor.
Oh, Lavish, you know what? What's up? Let me
I'm
about to go to bed.
I was bold. Listen, but I take naps, Lavish.
I do too. When you get older, I used to take naps as all 20s, 30s.
As a kid,
I take a nap daily. It's a force of habit. I take a nap.
Yeah, so I get up. My body's still programmed to getting up at 4:30 in the morning. So by this time, I've been up 8 hours. It's 1 o'clock. I've been up for 8 hours. I done meditated and heard the birds chirping. Them birds was real aggressive over the weekend. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, because they getting tired of the bull crap that's going on out here. It's affecting them.
It was rah, rah. I said, damn, aggressive birds. So yeah, we love y'all. Like us, follow us, share us, subscribe to us, and be kind.
Be kind. Be kind. We on all social media platforms.
And wash y'all ass. Not y'all, but tell your friends.
But you know what, Coco? And this is something else that we got to tell these people, which a lot of women know, a lot of guys don't know. The different soaps that men use with different fragrances affect the woman and her pH.
Yeah, but see, okay, so we need our own stuff. So ladies, if you spending the night at a guy house, and actually for men, that one soap that you do the body and all that stuff and hair with, it ain't good for y'all. The more organic, the better. So I'm talking about like a peppermint soap, a Dr. Bronner's, that Castile soap. The more organic, the better. And ladies, if you're using that bath and body, that body wash on your Yakima, you can't put that on your tata. You might be using it on your body, but when it comes to that, you have to be very selective, and you can't just take a big soapy rag and put up in there because of the chemicals that's in there. You gotta wash around. You gotta wash the garage. You gotta wash the driveway. You gotta ranch it. You gotta be nice to it. And then you can't let everybody come in your house.
I'm in agreement with you. You got to be nice to it.
You gotta treat it with respect.
You got to treat it with respect.
Yeah. You out here talking about you want
somebody
to
it,
pay your bill. You want
massage
your rent. You want your rent paid. You want somebody to pay your rent.
On it,
and you need a purse. And you need somebody to do all that. But listen, you don't even treat your body right.
Put your fingers on it.
Okay. Thank y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. It's getting hot in here.
We out here. Thanks for tuning in to the Lavish and Coco podcast. Make sure to check us out on all our social media platforms.
Please.